welcome to chair yoga. We've got 30 minutes in which we'll be doing movement and posture, but also breathing and meditation. So we'll come to sit on the edge of our chair and we'll bring the soles of the feet firmly onto the ground, hands onto the knees. So reach the arms a little bit further forwards and then round your back, drop the chin to the chest. Take a deep breath in and straighten the back again. Good. We inhale here and we exhale and round the back again, chin to chest. We inhale and straighten. And we exhale and round. And as we get more used to this movement, we'll inhale and arch the back a little bit and maybe look up to the ceiling if that's comfortable. And we'll exhale and round the back. From the side, inhale and arch, exhale and round. And we want to do this in our own time, so just listen to your breath and let that movement follow. Inhale as you arch, exhale as you round, and only as far as is comfortable for you. So if your neck is a little bit tense or tight and you don't want to stretch it too much, stretching the throat, then maybe just take it easy, don't do too much. And of course we want to focus as much on the breath here as we want to focus on our movement. Now as you arch, really push your shoulders to the back, squeeze the shoulder blades. And as you round, bring the shoulders forwards, feel that openness and that stretch in the upper body, in the upper back in particular. Inhaling and arching, exhaling and rounding. A couple more times. Good. And when you're done, straighten the spine. Just sit nice and comfortably, not arching, not rounding. Just straighten the spine. Don't lean against the backrest. And then from here, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, drop your right ear to the right shoulder. Take a moment to slide the shoulders down here. And then take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, bring your chin towards the shoulders. So you're looking down towards the ground or towards the shoulder as well. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale and roll the chin to the collarbone. Another deep breath in. And we exhale and roll the chin all the way to the chest. And we inhale and raise the head, straightening the whole spine. Good. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we slowly drop our left ear to the left shoulder. Don't raise that shoulder. Just keep it nice and relaxed. Shoulders are soft. And we take a deep breath in. And we exhale and bring the chin towards the shoulder. Looking down to the shoulder, to the ground. Inhale all the way. And on the exhale, drop the chin down to the collarbone. Again, one deep breath here. And then exhale and roll the chin to the chest. And we're going to round our back as we did before. But then we're going to change things. Raise the arms, straighten the back, raise the head, and look up to the ceiling. And then we reach the fingers as high as we can. Take a deep breath in here, and on the exhale, slide the shoulders down. So we're going to reach the arms up, and we're going to reach the arms, or send the shoulders down rather. So as high as we can, shoulders to the ears, and then lower the shoulders. And we breathe in, and we breathe out. And we inhale, and we exhale. And we inhale, and we exhale, and then we go a little bit quicker, rising and lowering in the shoulders. Arms stay relaxed. This is just for the shoulders. Shoulders doing the work. Okay, and last one. Good. And then from here, squeeze the shoulder blades, bring the arms to the sides. So a little bit higher, not hands in line with the shoulders, but a little bit higher than that. If this is too much, just bring them a little bit lower. Good. And then from here, drop the chin to the chest. Hold for a couple of breaths here. Notice how you can feel the breath here in your throat, especially with the chin tucked under like that. Last slow breath in. We slowly exhale and then just bring the arms down. Very good. We shake it off. Great. And from here, roll your shoulders to the back. Just keep the arms and hands nice and relaxed. They don't need to do the work. Good. And we'll go the other way. Very good. And from here, bring your right hand onto the left knee. You can walk it a little bit further up to the thigh as well, if that's more comfortable. Left hand just behind the buttocks, so behind that tailbone here. And we're going to straighten the spine as we twist. Just a gentle little twist. Nothing deep, and we're just looking to the left here. Don't have to look to the back. Good. And we feel ourselves warming up a little bit here. Feel what's going on in the spine. And slowly come back. Onto the other side. Left hand onto the right knee or somewhere on the thigh. Right hand just behind the buttocks, behind that tailbone. And we inhale and straighten the spine. And we exhale and twist. And again, this doesn't have to be deep. Slowly come back. Great, we shake off the arms and we stand. We can be standing. Maybe just with a little bit of space around you. That's a good thing for me to check as well. We're going to make our hands into fists with our thumbs inside. We're going to reach the arms all the way to the front so that you feel that openness here in the upper back. That's your rhomboids, that rhombus-shaped muscle that connects the shoulder blades and the spine. And from here, bring the arms all the way out to the side. Good. And we keep the fists in line with our shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades here without dropping the arms. And then from here, when you can go no further, bend the arms, bring the fists back forwards and all the way to the front again. So we're imitating a swimming motion here, of course with that little difference of the fists. And we're going to inhale as we go to the front and exhale as we go to the back. Very good. Now inhale and rise up onto the tiptoes. Careful if you've got any feet or ankle issues. Breathe in as you go to the front and come up. Breathe out as you go to the back and come down. If you feel that you're a bit unbalanced, just bring the feet apart. It'll make it a little bit easier. It's one option, or feet together, breathing in as you go to the front, out as you go to the back. And remember, you can do this at your own pace. So if you're a little bit quicker than me, that's fine. If you're slower, that's fine as well. Just do what feels right here and let your breath guide the movement. And what we're trying to imagine is swimming against a strong current. So try to use your own body's resistance here to create heat. We're not just doing a movement here, we're really going for it. And last one. And we relax, shake it off. Lovely full body warm up. Good, I'm turning to the side, you don't have to. We're going to come into a shoulder and posture correcting exercise. We're going to show this from the side, then I'll show it from the front. The tops of the hands come together. We're going to raise the shoulders and we're going to raise the arms. We're going to do that at the same time. I'm just demonstrating, you don't have to do it now. We're going to look up to the ceiling or drop the head as far as we can. And then from here, arms go all the way to the sides. Again, hands stay high. And then we're going to push our hips to the front. And we're going to come back in exactly the way that we went into this pose. Good, and I'll guide you through this now. We'll do it together with the breath the way it should be. So we're just standing nice and relaxed. Of course, don't push your hips forwards. Don't go into that back bend if you've got any lumbar spine issues. Good, so from here, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, bring the tops of the hands together. Now inhale and raise the arms until they're parallel to the ground. Raise the shoulders too. Very good. Now from here, inhale as you look up to the ceiling. Exhale as you bring the arms to the sides. Keep the hands in line with the shoulders. And then a deep breath in as we push our hips forwards, coming into a back bend. And we exhale and come out of that back bend. And we slowly bring the arms to the front. We slowly bring the head to the front. We take a moment to raise the shoulders even higher. And we lower from here. Good, and because that's so lovely, we'll do it again. We're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, tops of the hands come together. Inhale, raise the arms and shoulders at the same time. Exhale here, keep the shoulders as high as possible. Breathe in and raise the head. Breathe out and bring the arms to the sides and as far back as you can without dropping them. On an inhale, push the hips forwards. And then exhale and come out of that back bend. Bring the arms to the front. Deep breath in here. Exhale, bring the head back to the front. Then raise the shoulders and let them drop and shake off. Very good. And we'll go into a balancing exercise, so feel free to hold on to your chair. We're going to start by grabbing hold of our left foot and just coming into a quad stretch here. And then raise that right arm. And we're going to try and push our heel into the buttocks. So finding a connection here. Good, and regulars, we are going to close our eyes now. I don't know how that's going to work today or it's going to work for me. I'm standing in the middle of two tiles, that's not advisable. So now, if you're ready, when you're ready, close your eyes. Keep breathing. And of course, just like me, open the eyes whenever you start losing your balance. Just a second or so is enough, and then open the eyes again, find your balance. Very good. And now open the eyes and release. Grab hold of the other foot. Raise the opposite arm. Good. We'll stay here and push that heel as close to the butt cheek as we can. And we'll focus on a spot in the distance to begin with. That's going to help us. That's something we do automatically most of the time, just because we know that helps our balance. And if and when we're ready, we'll close the eyes. We'll see how this side works for us. And as we've got the eyes closed, we want to make sure we'll keep breathing. So don't constrict your breath. Don't hold your breath in an effort to concentrate better. And release. And shake it off. Very good. Now, come onto the chair, hands onto the chair to begin with. And we're going to start with the right leg going onto the chair, just the lower leg. So foot onto that side of the chair, or the front of the chair I should say, and that knee comes down to the right side, and we're going to sink down. So it's going to open up the hips very nicely. If this is too much for you, all you need to do is bring that foot further in towards you. If it isn't enough, send that foot away from you so that you've got a straight line here, so a 90 or almost 90-degree angle that your leg is building here. And that left leg is going as far to the back as possible. And we're just straight in our spine here. You can have the hands on the leg. If you want to, you hold on elsewhere. We'll just take a few deep breaths here. And that back leg is getting a nice hamstring stretch as well. So we want to tuck the toes under here and push the heel towards the back. The more, the deeper that hamstring stretch, and also good for your calves, obviously. So or for your calves, just the one. And we stay here and let that stretch work for us. Just deep breaths. That's all it needs. Just that time for the stretch to unfold, for our connective tissue to stretch as well. And you'll notice if you push onto that knee, you deepen that stretch. Really feeling your right hip flexor here. Again, from here, release slowly, hands come back onto the chair. And that foot comes back. You can take a little rest. You can go to the other side. I'm going to stay on this one because I don't know how much space I have there. Actually, I will change side. Now, left leg. Starting with the foot, then dropping the knee, then slowly sliding that right leg to the back, just sinking down to where we're comfortable. So that foot, for some of us, is going to come really close towards our pubic bone, and for others who are quite open in the hips, it might be just that nice straight line here at the front. So wherever you are, make sure you can hold for a little bit longer. You know how long this is from the other side. So just get comfortable here. Push that right heel towards the back. And just breathe. And with us being so straight in the spine, it's almost like a little back bend. So obviously that left leg forwards isn't just changing what we're doing with the hip flexors, but also changes that sensation here in the lumbar spine. So you will feel that, and it might be more comfortable for you to come forward, but I'd like you to straighten the spine as much as you possibly can. And if you can't, then don't just round your back here, come forwards. Try to still straighten the spine, so just tipping forwards rather than having the shoulders above the hips, if that makes sense. And we can push that left hand onto the knee to get an extra deep stretch. But again, that's completely up to you. We don't want to overstretch either. Don't want to get a cramp. We just want to make sure that we're alleviating some of that tension from the muscles. And as all longer holds, we've got that time to really focus on the breath. Good, and we release from here. And slowly bring the hands onto the chair. Come back and straighten the legs. Shake them off. And come to standing. We're going to bring the feet about hip distance apart. We're going to sink a little bit into the knees, just so we know we're not locking out the knees. They can move a tiny little bit. Now arms to the front. Hands in line with the shoulders. We take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we move the hands over to the right side, and we're going to twist a little bit, so hips and knees stay largely in line. We don't want them to come over here, but if they do move a little bit, that's fine. Now we should feel this in the whole back, but especially the lower and mid back. Good. We take a deep breath in here, and we exhale and come back to center. Breathe in all the way, and on the exhale, take the arms over to the other side, reaching over, checking that the knees don't go all the way over, but they can move a little bit, and same with your hips as well. So everything's connected. That's why we don't want to lock out anywhere. It's not advisable, it's not very good for the body, but of course, this movement is largely for the spine. It's called katichakrasana. Kati is the waist, and chakra is the circle. So it's a circle from the waist, basically. Very good. Now take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, come back, and we'll take this into a lat stretch. We're going to shake off the hands, the arms, feet together this time. We're going to reach the arms to the sides, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, reach that right arm over, left, or hips go to the left, and then from here we drop down. If you've got a chair like me, you can rest the hand there, otherwise just hover. And then we look up towards that left hand, take a deep breath in, and we exhale and come back. So circling the other way. Deep breath in, and we exhale and reach over to the left. Inhale all the way, and exhale, drop down from here. Get a deep breath in, and we exhale and come up from here, and we relax. Very good. And as always, a lovely hamstring stretch, just in case that other one wasn't enough for us. We're going to slide the hands all the way down to the knees, to our shins. We can bend the legs if it gets too much for us, all the way down to the ankles or to the feet. Now this might be really difficult for some of us. What I want you to do is not round the back. We're wanting to push our tailbone up towards the ceiling. So not here, tilting the pelvis the other way. We just look down to the ground. And then we shift our weight into the toes and into the heels. Then we can stay, shifting the weight into the toes and staying there. Heels also pressing down, so they might be off the ground, but they're not rising too much. And we might want to go the other way, shifting the weight into the heels, toes pressing down, shifting the hips towards the back here, still keeping our balance, and all of that is okay with a micro bend in the legs as well, or if you're very, very tight in the hamstrings, it's okay to do this with a very big bend in the legs as well. And then from here, slowly come up. Very good. And we release. We come to sit. And bring the hands, the feet firmly onto the ground, just in the same way as we were sitting before. And we'll close the eyes for a little bit and just observe the breath. We might be a little bit out of breath. It's okay. And we take a moment to notice which part of the body we feel the most here. You can keep the eyes closed for, well, almost the remainder of the whole class. And just notice what you feel the most here. With your legs or maybe the ankles. If the legs, where exactly? Maybe the calves. Maybe it's the hips or the lower back. Maybe it's your shoulders, which we've worked at the beginning. Just a few moments to notice how we're feeling in the body, in different parts of the body as well. And then we come back to our breath. And we'll start with a very, very slow inhalation, as slow as you can manage. And then notice where you can feel that breath. Probably in our nostrils, maybe even in the back of the throat. You might feel it in your chest more than in the nostrils or the throat. You might feel the rib cage more. Most certainly you'll feel the stomach the most, with those very slow breaths, not just the in-breath slow, the out-breath is slow as well. In fact, I'd like you to try to slow down the exhalation even more. So that in-breath is just an unrushed inhalation. You know there's no one rushing you, there's just a little bit of time that we can spend on the breath. We've got about 5 minutes, a bit longer. So at that time it's really just about the breath, and all we want to do is just take our time inhaling and then slowing down the exhale. Very often we're skimming on the out-breath and we're not even aware of it. Sometimes I think maybe it's our culture, it's that I want more, take. So we're breathing in deeply and quickly, but then we're not breathing out. We don't think we have that time. And whether it's that or whatever it is, it's better to exhale for longer than we've inhaled. And because it's better to do that, we're going to start breathing in for 3 and out for 6. Just in your own time. I'm not going to count today. It's really just up to you. And we're guiding the breath here. But we're guiding it in a very kind way, and we're not pushing the air out or taking more air in than we feel is comfortable for us. It's really just that awareness and that space that we're creating in the body. You might notice that your in-breath is longer than just 3 counts, or maybe you want to count a little bit faster. You can count to 4 and 8, you can count to 5 and 10, so whatever works for you. But let's try to aim for that ratio of 1 to 2, in for 1 and out for 2. And again, without any frustration if we're falling short, because it's just a little bit of guidance. focusing on the breath like that will probably not just disperse thoughts and concentrate us more, but it will also calm our nervous system. That's something that's an involuntary system in that sense, with its voluntary action of breathing slowly in and even more slowly out, will spark that parasympathetic activity. And that's something we're using and something we will feel. We'll suddenly feel less stressed and just much calmer. So we'll keep that up, breathing in for 1 and out for 2. Good. And then from here, we'll drop the chin to the chest. Lengthening the neck muscles, we relax our shoulders. And now we won't have to try too hard to expand on the exhalation to make it longer than the inhalation. So what we'll do now is just breathe in as we did before, unrushed, unhurried. And then instead of exhaling, or just simply exhaling, we'll still be exhaling, we will hum out. So really take your time here, make that quite a deep and sonorous sound. So it should be sounding like a bee in your head. And that's why it's called the humming bee. So we're going to take a deep breath in and hum out. The next couple of hums, we're going to try and make the pitch of our voice. We obviously have our own pitch, all of us. We're going to try and make that a little bit lower. So rather than a high pitch, we're aiming for that, just a nice and low pitch. And that's going to be good, especially for anxiety and stress. But in particular, that engagement of the vocal cords in combination with those prolonged exhalations is the fastest way to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. So we'll keep at that. And if you want to, you can even add a mudra, a hand gesture. And that mudra is called Muki Mudras. That means the turning of the senses inwards. And we're going to place the fingertips on top of the eyes and the thumbs on top of the tragus of the ears so that we can press down onto the ears without going actually into the ears. And we can also, the actual Muki Mudra, but that's maybe a little bit harder, is just the forefinger and middle fingertips onto the eyes. The remaining fingers come here. But if you want all of the fingers on your eyes, that's fine. We'll do a few deep breaths in and out, maybe 3. Keep the eyes closed and we drop the chin to the chest, the hands drop into the lap. We'll gently bring our right ear to the right shoulder, chin to chest. Left ear rolls to the left shoulder. Bring the chin back to the chest, we round our back. We come all the way down, dropping our torso onto the thighs as low as is comfortable. And from here, we roll back up through the spine until we come into a straight spine again, and we inhale and raise the arms, look up to the ceiling, and we exhale and bring the hands to the heart center. Thank you very, very much for joining, and I will see you very soon.